Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically daily challenge on 2nd August, and the question is permutation. So we'll read out the question first and we'll try to figure out how we can solve this question. So given an array nums of distinct integer, return all possible permutation and you can return the answer in any order. So basically for the given integer array nums, we have to return all the permutation of this array. So let us have a closer view for this question. So you can see that we have this array 1 2 3, and for this array you can see that the size of this array is nothing but 3, and we know that if there are 3 elements, okay, what we can do, the total number of permutation for 3 uh, or n elements will be nothing but n factorial, and here n is nothing but 3, that is size of this array, and you can see that 3 factorial is 6. So there are total 6 permutation for this array, and these 6 permutations are 1 2 3, 1 3 2, 2 1 3, 2 3 1, 3 1 2, and 3 2 1. So these are going to be 6 permutation. So we have to return all the 6 permutation by doing some sort of coding. Okay, so let us think about the approach how we can solve this question. So basically you can see that we have initially 1 2 and 3. So basically it is very similar question to combination. So we have done combination question. So permutation is very similar to combination. Okay, so only difference is that in combination 1 3 2 and 1 2 3, these two numbers are considered same. Okay, so if we have to basically what happens in permutation, we have to return all, what we have to do, we have to return all the permutations. Okay, and in combination we are given the, we have to choose some numbers. Okay, so it is very similar to combination, but the only difference is that we have to choose all numbers and we have to return all permutation, and in combination we have to just choose all the choose given numbers. Okay, some numbers or all numbers from the array. So it is very similar to the combination, and we have done the combination question uh, on the previous LeetCode uh, daily challenge. So let us think in the same approach. Okay, so how we can think? So likewise we have a vector. Okay, we will take a vector, and what we will do, we will just uh, push back any of these element in this vector. Okay, so let us push back 1 in this vector. Okay, so if we push back 1 in this vector, we will have 1 here, and again what we are left with in combination question, we were left with 2 and 3. Okay, we were left with other two numbers, but here we are left with all the numbers 1 2 and 3. Okay, but we cannot choose 1 because it is already been added, so we will remove it. Okay, so we can choose 2 and 3. Okay, so we have choice of choosing 2 and 3. Okay, so we will choose 2 and 3. So again we have this vector, and what we can choose, so initially 1 is already present, and let us say we have chosen 2 here. Okay, and okay, so later we have chosen 2 in this case. So yeah, I have added 2 here, and again we are left with a vector, another number 3. So you can see that we are done with 1 and 2, that's why I'm not writing this 1 and 2. So I will write 3 here, and what we will do, we will just have this vector again. So the vector will be nothing but 1 2 3. Okay, so we will have 1 2 and 3 with us. Okay, so this is going to be one of the permutation. So after that what we'll do, so this is the permutation. So we can see that we got all n numbers, and we will add this vector in our resultant vector, and what we will do, we'll just go one step back. Okay, so we will go one step or maybe two step back. So we were using 2 here, instead of 2 we can push back 3 also. So we will pop out 2 here. Okay, so instead of 2, what we can do, okay, instead of 2, what we can do, we can write 3. So 1 and 3. So basically what we have done, we have added 3 here, and again solving for this 3. So what we can do, we can have 2 with us. Okay, so we are having 2 with us, so we will again solve this for this vector. So we were having 1 and 3 initially, and after that what we will do, we will add 2. So we are just going to add 2 here, and yeah, we are going to just add 2 here, and here we were adding 3. So in this way we got 1 3 2. So 1 3 2 and 1 2 3 we got. Okay, so these are the possibilities with 1. So again what we will do, we will go some steps back. So initially we were adding 1 here. Now what we will do, we will add 2, or we will push back 2 in this vector, and so we will push back 2 here, and we will do the same thing. We are left with 1 and 3. So basically in combination, we were just looking for the numbers after 2 or after the given number. So if we are choosing 2, so we are just looking for 3 and 4, we are not choosing for 1. Okay, but here what we will do, we will just check for all numbers which is not repeating. So you can see that 2 is visited, so we will just check for 1 and 3. So these two numbers are left with us. So again we will have the vector with us. Okay, and initially 2 is already present, so we can choose 1 or we can choose 3. So initially I have chosen 1 here, so I have pushed back 1. Okay, and again we are left with number 3, and we are having our vector. So we will just push back 3 in this vector, so our vector will be look like 2 1 and 3. So this can be our vector. So we will, you can see that it is of size n. So we will we will store this vector. Okay, we will store this vector in our resultant vector, and we will go one step back again. So one step or two step back. So basically we were adding 1 here, we can add 3 also. So we will, what we can do, we can push back 3. Okay, so if we push back 3 here, so 1 is already present, sorry, 2 was already present, and we will push back 3, and again we are left with 1. So again we will have the vector. Okay, so we will have the vector again, and you can see that we have to push back this one here. So we were having 2 and 3 initially, we will push back 1. So you can see that we got 2 3 1 also, and we are done with 2. And what we will do, we will just go 2 steps back again. Okay, so we will what we will do, we will just pop out 2 here, and we'll again solve. So what we will do, we will just add push back 3 in this case, and okay, we will just push back 3. So here we are having 3 with us, and again we are left with these two numbers which are not visited. So we are here with 1 and 2, and again we are this with these two numbers, and we will again make our vector. Okay, so this is going to be a vector which is initially containing 3, and let us say we will add 1 here. So initially it is having 3, and we can say that we can push back 1 here or 2 here. So I will push back 1 here, and after that I am left with only 2. And again what we will do, we will create the vector. Okay, and initially 3 and 1 are present, and we will add 2. So we will push back 2. You can see that the size is of order size is n. So we will just store this vector, and we will move one step or one step back. So basically what we have done here, we have added 1 here. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just add 2 in this case. So we will remove 1. So initially 3 was present, and we will add 2. So you can see that we have pushed back 2 here, and again we are left with 1, and we are left with this number 1. And what we will do, we will just push back this vector. So our vector is 3 and 2, and we will just push back 1 here. So this is going to be our final vector. So you can see that it is also of size n. So what we will do, we can just store it. So you can see that 3 to 1, and we will again move some steps back, and you can see that we are done with all the numbers. So we have done for 1 2 and 3, all 3 numbers, and we got all the permutation, all 6 permutation. So in this way we can solve this question using some sort of recursion and backtracking. So let us try to code this question. So we will have some of the variables with us. So let's say int n is equal to nums dot size. It is going to be size of our array, and we will store all the permutation in a resultant vector, and that vector is going to be a two-dimensional vector. So let us say resultant res. So I will write here, it will store all permutation. Okay, and we will have a particular vector with us. Just I have told you that we will have a vector for each permutation. So we will have a vector of int, and it is going to be perm. So what does it mean? So it is a particular permutation. Okay, it is going to be one of the permutation. Okay, so permutation, yeah. And after that what we will do, we will have a vector of int visit. So it will check whether the number or any element is visited or not. So it is going to be of size n and will be initiated with 0. So I will write here, it will check whether the number is visited for particular permutation or not. Okay, so for particular permutation we will check. Okay, so after that permutation we have to reset the value of this visit of any particular index. Okay, so what we will do, we will just iterate over all numbers from 1 to n. So or basically we will iterate from all indexes from 0 to the last index. So I will iterate in this array from for int I is equal to 0 and I less than n I plus plus. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to push back this nums of I. So perm dot push back nums of I. So basically we'll just push back it, and you can see that if we are adding this number, so we have to, what we have to do, we have to visit this index. So vis of I is going to be 1, and we will do some sort of recursion here. And after that what we will do, we will have our backtracking part with us. So I will write here backtracking, and here recursion. So we will create a void function, void recursive function. So get perm, and it will return a particular permutation. So what we will have our parameters, so we will have our parameters as int, which is our current index, and vector of int and nums, and vector of int visit, and it is again going to be passed by reference because we are going to update it. And we will have our permute vector. Okay, so perm vector pmm, and we are again going to pass it by reference. Okay, so do we need to pass it by reference? So yeah, we need to pass it by reference because we are going to update it. And after that we have to, we have a parameter, a resultant vector, which is going to store all the permutations. So this is going to be our parameter, and that's it. So these are our parameters. Okay, and one more parameter should be there, int left, so which will represent this number of elements has to be added more in our permutation. So talking about base cases, so if left is 0, so if left is equal to 0, so what does it mean? We have added all n elements, okay, in permutation. So in this case what we will do, we will just return our, we will just store the vector permute in resultant vector, and we will just return out. Okay, so what we will do, we will just push back perm in this resultant vector, and what we will do, we will just return. Okay, so when left is equal to 0, we will just push back this perm and we will just return our void function. And otherwise what we will do, we will iterate all numbers from 0 to the last zero all numbers of this array. So we will have our n is equal to nums dot size, and we will iterate over all index. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and if the particular index is not visited, so if not visited of I, we can add that, or we can choose that number and we can push back that number in our permute vector. So what we can do, we can push back this, what we can do, we can push back this index or element at this index at in our perm. And what we will do, we will just mark visit of I as 1, because this we have this element we have chosen. So for this index we will not choose the element again. And what we will do, we will just run this void recursive function again. So get perm of an index is nothing but our current index is I, so I will write I here, nums viz and perm, and what we will res, and left will be decreased by 1 because we have chosen one number, so left minus 1. So this was basically our recursive call. So let us talk about, so this is our recursive call. So now what we have to do, we have to do some sort of backtracking. So what we can do in backtracking, so this is going to be a backtracking. So for backtracking we have to first pop out the last added number. So perm dot pop back, so the last added number will be popped out, and we have to update the visit of that last index to 0. So vis of I is equal to 0. So this is some sort of backtracking, and that's it. So in this way we will this function will help us to get any particular permutation, and it is going to be stored in our resultant vector. So we will again what we will do in this, coming back to our main function. So we are iterating over all elements, so from 0 to n. So in recursive part what we will do, we will just get run this function, okay, get perm, and we were having current as I because it is our current index, and nums and viz and perm and res, and left will be nothing but n minus 1 because total numbers were n and we have chosen one number, so that's why we are having n minus 1 here. And talking about backtracking, we will just pop out the last number, so perm dot pop back, and we will update the value of visit of I to 0. So vis of I is equal to 0, and after that we are going to return our result vector. So let us see whether the code works or not. So you can see that all the test cases are passing. Let us see for main cases. So yeah, you can see that all the cases are passing, and our solution is beating 100% of users in C++. And let us try to understand this code again. So what we were looking out for, so we were looking for all the permutations. So for this what we have done, we have these three numbers with us, and you can see that for a particular permutation what we will do is just first add one of the element in this vector, okay, and here the vector, that vector is going to be perm. So we have pushback 3 in this vector perm, and we are left with 1 and 2, okay. And again what we can do, we can have two choices with us, either we can push back 2 or we can push back 1. And again we will so let us say we have pushed back 2 and we are left with 1, and we will just push back 1 here. Or what we can do, we can have other choice also, that we will choose 1, okay. So we will choose 1 and we are left with 2 here, and after that what we will do, we will push back 2 here. So in this way we will get 3 1 2, and so on. We will we can go for 2, we can add to push back 2 in this vector first, and we are left with 1 and 3, okay. You can see that we are left with 1 and 3. So initially 2 was present, we have added 3, and after that 1 is present, only 1 is present, and we can get 2 3 1, and similarly for all other cases. So that's what we have done here. We have iterated, we have some of the vectors with us. So this is going to be a two-dimensional vector resultant which will store all permutation. This is our particular permutation vector, and this is our visit vector. which is going to store we will check whether a particular element or index at particular element at particular index is visited or not, and it is initialized with 0. So what we have done, we have iterated over all indexes from 0 to n, and we have pushed back that element in perm and mark it as visited, and we have done some sort of recursion here. We have made recursive call here, and after that we will just pop out this number, the last added element. Okay, so we will pop back and we will update the visit of I is equal to 0, and this is our void recursive function. So this is going I will write it, this will generate a particular permutation. Okay, so this is going to generate per particular permutation, and it will store all the permutation in this two-dimensional vector arrays, and the parameters are int ind. So this is our current index and nums, vis, perm and race, and this is left with us. So left means this much number we have to add in our permute vector or perm vector. So if left is equal to 0, we will just return the value, we will just store this perm vector in race and we will return. Otherwise we will iterate over all n numbers which is not visited, so that's why I have written not visit, and we will do the same thing that we have done here. So you can see that we have done same thing that we have done here. Okay, and after that that's it. Okay, and after that we are just returning resultant vector. So in this way we have solved our question, we have solved this question. So I hope you understand my solution, and if you like my solution you can like my video also, and if you have any kind of doubt regarding this question you can ask me in comment section, and if you want to share any idea regarding this question you can also comment me, and if you want to see some more videos like this you can subscribe my channel, and the code is available in description. Thank you.